I established Armstrong Solicitors in 1995. I was joined by Nicholas Luty in 1996 and we set up practice together in partnership at Kipling House in Skipton in 1998. The practice is classed as a specialist practice. We operate in the areas of personal injury and clinical negligence law.
The typical cases we would handle involve road traffic accidents. There's a whole variety of different types of workplace accidents that arise. We also deal with a lot of public liability and occupiers liability claims. They can be things such as people tripping on defects on the public highway, people slipping and tripping in supermarkets. People have had accidents on package holidays, incidents involving animals where there may be straying cattle, horses, dogs that have bitten people. There's assaults and criminal injuries claims and those types of cases that we also handle. Pretty well anything involving injury compensation is something that we would ordinarily deal with. We aim to provide a fairly bespoke service to clients. A client visiting the office will typically be met by a member of staff taken to our ground floor interview facility and would then be met by the solicitor who would be handling the case for an informal conversation in the first instance, followed by specific advice on a case-by-case basis. We also undertake a lot of home visits to see clients, particularly where people aren't able to get to the office or they have injuries, hospital visits. We are flexible. Our aim is to tailor the advice and the service we provide to the individual client and to look to identify the needs and requirements of that person.
On day one, you will have either Nick Luty or myself handling your case throughout, however long it takes to conclude, and we will be the solicitor that will hand over the cheque, hopefully at the end of the case, on the successful conclusion of it.
My job is to gather the evidence in the evidence gathering phase of any inquiry. Basically, I'll go see the person or the client at their home address. I do take statements from them, and following that I'll probably go do one of these scene visits to try and establish what the cause of the accident is and the root cause of the claim. It's paramount in any case to actually obtain quality evidence and again to present that quality evidence subsequently at any hearing or court case that we might find ourselves in. Well, most people these days have smartphones which have a video or photographic feature on them, and quite often you find that people have recorded some evidence of their own accident. They might not think that's good enough evidence to pursue a case, but quite often it is. The evidence gathered straight away after an incident is certainly of more value than evidence gathered later on in the case.
If you've been the victim of personal injury and you're unsure whether or not you can claim, that is where you should consult Armstrong Luty. We're able to offer you a free initial consultation and we can guide you as to whether or not you can pursue a claim against an individual or an organisation, whether or not it is insured.